Tonight on Supersize versus Superskinny, two young women at opposite ends of the eating scale. Both obsessed with food.
I like stuff to be like a party in my mouth.
They'll be forced to face tough truths.
I've never seen myself like this.
Look hard at the possible future.
And I'm frightened I'm going to lose you. And Maddie won't have a mum.
And break free of their emotional ties with food.
I'm going to chew a bit of cartilage. Oh.
Plus, the flab fighters are battling a bevy of calories.
Kel Surprise, Donna and Bev doing absolutely nothing.
And Anna prepares for a photo shoot, Hollywood style.
You look so skinny right here.
And in the final week of therapy for anorexia, the girls go through their biggest challenge yet.
You literally are just abusing your body. The only thing you're driven by is just starving yourself.
Welcome to Supersize versus Superskinny. Superskinny Charlotte is obsessed with her looks, to the complete detriment of her diet.
Food's just not that important to me. I'd rather think about my nails or my tan.
But despite wanting to enhance her womanly charms, she eats like a 7-year-old.
My dinners, compared to all my other family members, just look ridiculous.
For the next 5 days, Charlotte will be checked into the feeding clinic. Overseeing proceedings is Dr. Christian Jessen. She's undergone a full physical to ensure she's up to the challenge ahead.
So you are 157 centimetres.
An average woman of 5 feet 2 inches should tip the scales at 8 stone 4.
You are exactly 87 pounds. That is one of the smallest weights I have yet seen.
At 6 stone 3, Charlotte's more than 2 stone underweight.
My ribs stick out a bit too much. My shoulders, it looks like the bone's going to pop out. It looks really horrible.
Super skinny 19-year-old Charlotte dreams of being a glamour model.
I want to be on boys' bedroom walls. That is just my dream. I want people to look up to me and think, oh, she's really beautiful.
But despite wanting the body of a woman, her diet is that of a child.
When I look down on the plate, I know that there's not enough there. I think it is quite embarrassing. I just feel really stuffed and I feel like I can't breathe, like I need to take really deep breaths.
And her dreams of being a busty pin-up are falling flat.
These things, whatever you want to call it, I think they are too small.
Charlotte's shocking diet has left her with a child-sized body.
When I give Charlotte a cuddle and I hold her in my arms, it just feels like I'm just cuddling a bag of bones and it worries me.
I do find it hard to get clothes. If I can't find anything that will fit in a women's section, then I do have to go to the kids section. I've got age 12 shorts and I had to get those because the size 6 just fell off me completely. I feel embarrassed.
Your BMI turns out to be 15.4, which is really underweight. A BMI of 15 really you'd give to people with eating disorders. You are in for big trouble if you keep going the way you are. The health implications of being the weight you are significant and severe.
Charlotte's diet is killing her ambitions of being a curvy glamour girl. It's time to bring in her feeding buddy.
Hi, Heather.
Hiya.
I'm Dr. Jessen. Nice to meet you. Come along in.
Step forward 22-year-old Heather from Sheffield, who, at 20 stone, is a frightening 10 stone overweight.
I love food. I love trying different foods, unless it's vegetables. I like stuff to be like a party in my mouth.
I don't think Heather knows what hunger is. I don't think she's ever been in a situation where she's not eaten because she's constantly nibbling all the time.
Heather, a full-time working mum, lives with husband Richard and their daughter Madison. But while this call centre worker loves her nosh, she hates cooking.
I don't find cooking in any way, shape or form entertaining at all. If I'm having a bit of a low day, I tend to sit and eat whatever, so like chocolate and ice cream.
And let's see how much you weigh. All right, so jump on. You are exactly 280 pounds. Now, is that a lot for you?
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
OK, climb off.
This classic comfort eater picked up her terrible eating habits from her mum as a child.
Working and being a mum of 3, we did tend to eat a lot of rubbish, things that were quick to do.
And the generational dietary disaster looks set to continue. Heather's already passing it on to 16-month-old daughter Madison.
She wants the food that we eat. She won't eat her own food anymore.
I think because Heather doesn't like vegetables, she gives Madison what she eats, and I don't think that's a good thing at all.
Everything's choc, which is pretty bad that she's picked up on what choc is. I don't want her to be like me. I really don't want her to get bullied at school. If she goes to school fat, it's because I've done it. Nobody else. I don't want to be like this anymore. I want to be the skinny girl that's inside that I keep shutting up with chocolate.
This hereditary supersize cycle has got to stop. At 20 stone, 22-year-old Heather has almost a stone in weight for every year of her life.
And your BMI is already 46.6, which is, well, over double what it should be. What do you think's caused this? Is it just bad eating or what?
Yeah, I'd say it's bad eating. I don't eat stuff that's good for me.
These two young women are destroying their bodies with extreme diets at opposite ends of the scale. And with nearly 14 stone difference between them, the signs are obvious. Heather's thigh is almost 6 inches bigger than Charlotte's waist. They're about to swap diets for 5 days. It's time for Supersize to meet Superskinny.
God, I'm frightened.
I weigh 6 stone 4 at the moment.
It feels really awful to look at you like that. It's just, I've never seen anybody so skinny. That's going to change, definitely.
I had no fat pinch, and she could just grab it like a whole handful and say, like, which bit do you want? I did think, like, how can you get to that size? You know, like, how much are you actually eating?
It's quite scary to look at somebody so tiny, and I'm just dreading exactly what it is she eats to stay so small. I'm really frightened.
Wait no longer, ladies. It's time for them to come face to face with their own shocking weekly food intake.
Charlotte, we're going to start with you. Cereal to start with. Toast. There's a corner missing from every single one of these pieces of toast. Why is that?
I think half of it's habit, and the other half is that I stop eating once I'm not hungry anymore.
Also with this, you tend to have those probiotic yogurt drinks. Let's see what you have for lunch.
Usually just have 1 biscuit with a cup of tea.
And that's pasta salad.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at your dinners. That's the first lot of veg we've had in the tube. Desserts with this lot?
No, I never really have anything after my dinner.
That is your week's worth of dinner, and your week's worth of lunch, and your week's worth of breakfast in there.
But it's just really not enough to get you through the day, is it?
I'm beginning to panic at how my body's going to survive on that small amount of food.
To keep her body at full strength, Charlotte should be consuming 2,000 calories a day, but she's only taking on board a woeful 800. That's an undereat of 4 days a week.
Heather, let's start with your breakfast. Bread with cream cheese. How many pieces of bread?
4.
4 at a time.
Yeah.
That is really worrying.
That looks like a traditional English fry-up breakfast. Wow, like a French baguette, and that's a breakfast thing. Charlotte, that is 30 sausage rolls. Anything else for dinner? Chinese takeaway.
With chicken fried rice.
And a burger.
Yeah, that was like a snack type thing.
And last thing, looks like chocolate cake. Tell me what this is.
Cider.
And this is fizzy cola, so it's high sugar, high in calorie, just not really quite what you need given the size of your lunches and the size of your dinners.
Oh my God, I can't believe the amount of food that went in there. I feel stuffed already.
Heather is gorging on 5 times more calories than Charlotte. By taking in a mammoth 4,100 a day, she's eating twice as much as she needs to. It's an overeat of 7 days a week. Coming up, the flab fighters tackle their booze bellies.
We will burn off around 150 calories, which is equivalent to a glass of wine.
Our Superskinny has her beauty myths exposed.
I've never seen myself like this.